It's like I'm clicking so many things right now. There we go.
You alright?
Yeah, just pushing buttons. You too. There we go. Contact. We're still in gear. I can barely see my screen, it's so bright out. Oh well. Trying to think, do I want to get on the freeway or do I want to get on the other freeway? You know what, we're gonna go the same way we went last week to get towards my house, because I do have to make another stop at the store. It's Friday and of course I have to stop at the store and get a half gallon of milk. We do have a stop sign here. We got some cross traffic. Oh, I can see traffic on the 15 northbound is slow. So it's actually not that bad of weather out today. It was a little windy this morning. Okay. I just heard my ammo tin saddlebags rattle really loud over that bump, and I'm like, did I remember to close the lids? I think it's just some stuff inside rattling. On the green light. Full tank of gas. I'd get gas this morning. So this is a little bit of a longer way home, but look at that traffic. Look at that traffic on the 15 going north. Like, that's lane. Absolutely do not. Yeah, this is actually going to be faster. I do have my cooling sleeves on. They are black. I have white ones, but the white ones are like really dirty. Yeah, wash them. The black ones are dirty too. I like pulled them out of my bag and I'm like, I need to wash these. It's been a couple days since I washed them last. You would think the black would get. I mean, it does look like if I'm stopped. As long as I'm moving, I got airflow. Pretty cool. The weather is in the 80s, 90s today. It was 100 earlier, like yesterday and that was actually just at the point where it's starting to get unpleasant. See, I'm going to try and keep on doing these Friday afternoon, like just half hour long, whatever. You know, ride home from work, live streams, just little streams like this, I'm gonna try and do them more often. I know I started to do them and then dropped off just because I was having a bunch of other problems with the streaming software and hardware and everything. And I might go back to regular video game streaming on Fridays. Because that said, oh, I can't tell where the line is. Because if you notice, I got a little bar down there, that little big gold bar. I got it pretty full so far, but I'll get over one more lane. I want to... So here's what's going on. I talked about this last week. I've been getting in more and more into combat robotics. And... I got an opening here. I have two events that one I'm like 100% going to, and the other one I am right on the edge, like right on the cusp of going to. The first one is in Phoenix, and that one I'll be riding my motorcycle to, and I will actually attempt to live stream that, at least the ride there. One of those things I was kind of debating, and I've more or less decided that, yeah, maybe I'll do it. As of right now, the answer is, yeah, I'm going to live stream that ride. However, that is still subject to change, you know. It depends on a lot of other factors. The other event is Norwalk Havoc, which is one of the largest combat robot competitions that I'm aware of, and I think it's, you know, just globally known of, or global, or in the world of Russia. I don't know. Like, BattleBots is big. Hello, buddy. That's my safety cushion between that car and me, but you know, that's been plenty of room for you. Anyways, yeah, BattleBots is pretty big, but Norwalk Havoc is like bigger in terms of just scale of the competition. Like, there's more people, more robots. They have more competitions. And there's one in July, and I'm talking to somebody who is from Vegas Combat Robotics. He built the robot. Well, he designed and, you know, got all the parts, and basically it's handing me the pile of parts, and I'm assembling the parts into a robot. Anywho, he's doing that. We're doing that together. And we've been talking about taking it to Norwalk Havoc in July as well. That one I'll be flying. There's no way in hell I'm riding my motorcycle unless one of you guys watching decides to, you know, give me $5,000. And mostly because that's how much I roughly estimated it would cost about $1,000 round trip to ride there. It's just in gas and food, hotel and camp lodging and everything to ride all the way to New York City from here. Yeah, it would be just ridiculous. Anywho, we'll be flying to Norwalk Havoc. So my little bit goal down there is, you know, maybe I can scrounge together a little bit of extra money to go to Norwalk. I'll try and stream or, you know, make some content of my own out of that for my YouTube channel. That's again, that's in July. That's like the third weekend of July. The second weekend of July will be an event in Phoenix, and again, I'm gonna see about live streaming down to there. One of the things that does suck about today, though, weather-wise, is air quality is garbage, just absolutely atrocious, and my allergies I've been suffering allergy-wise all day because of it. fast, at least in terms of how fast I'm going. Feet up on the highway bars. Just cruising. This is what I love about riding motorcycle. And these arm sleeves, even though they're black, like I got enough air flowing over them, my arms are actually, I'm not gonna say they're cold, but they are chilled. It's almost like I just got into the car and the air conditioning is just starting to kick in, like cold air is blowing on my arms. If I was riding like this for like 3 hours in the sun like this, I would probably actually be at the point where I'm like, alright, yeah. What's nice too is they are UV blocking, so I don't have to worry about like my arms getting sunburned. The only part of my body, like skin wise, that's exposed that could get sunburned is the back of my neck and my fingers. There we go, cruise control set. This is a little bumpy along here, but I mean, find me a road that doesn't have bumps and I will marry it. Problem is that, so here's the thing, like asphalt roads, the asphalt is self-smoothing, right? It wears out a little bit, cars drive over, and you get these smooth strips where cars tend to drive. Concrete, unless you're building it to Autobahn standards, which is like 4 feet thick, doesn't do that. This is all concrete. It's just, it has every bump that was ever put into it. It doesn't really self-smooth. I'm just kind of bouncing along here. Asphalt like this, right? Here, this is asphalt. Oh, this is smooth. In fact, I can move over just a little bit in there. Now I'm in the track that most cars drive and that they've smoothed out. Reset the cruise control. So I have a bad wrist, right? I broke this wrist years ago. I've talked about it before, whatever. It's so nice being able to set the cruise control and relax my right hand, because it's like just holding the throttle actually puts a lot of strain on that joint. It never healed right. I've got like arthritis and stuff in there, so a little bit of a, you didn't really see it, but a little butt position change. There's so many little things you can change on your motorcycle that make a massive impact and difference on how it feels when you ride. Like I have the Geta grips, these grips here, and they're contoured just a little bit, so they're a little thinner up here and thinner back here, but thicker in the middle. So they better fit the shape of my hand. Plus they have a nice grippy texture to them. My hands they almost stick to the grips. Yeah, I started there for a second. They almost stick to the grip without it actually being sticky. It's just grippy. It grabs my hand. I have the highway bars down there, the Bun King crash bar. And that lets me stretch my feet out a little more. I've got the cruise control, which lets me take some strain off my wrist. I might change the seat to a little thicker padded seat for a little more, a little thicker, a little wider seat to reduce pressure points for longer rides. Like, just the little things. Climbing up the hill here. This is all uphill. It's been all uphill pretty much since we got on the freeway. And my ears are popping. That's just wind, or I'm getting some buffering from vehicles around me, but go up the cruise up a little bit just to hopefully get around this truck. I got power for days. Going this way, so I've had a stressful week at work, just a lot of bullshit going on at work, and being stuck in traffic would not be fun. So going this way is definitely, alleviating some stress. One lane, I got that. And the speed limit's 65. I'm doing 71, 70. We're in no hurry to get where we're going. Never in a hurry to get where we're going. That's the thing about planning on a motorcycle ride. You always give yourself a little extra time. If you're planning on going somewhere, and this is you do this regardless if you're on a motorcycle, you're driving, you're walking, whatever. Give yourself 10 extra minutes, right? So if you are driving over to let's say I want to go see a movie, and the movie starts at 6 o'clock, like the showtime's 6 o'clock. That guy is moving. I'm glad I'm not in that lane. They would have ran me over. Let's say the movie starts at 6 o'clock, right? You want to get there at 5:30 so you can get your tickets, get your popcorn, get a good seat, right? And you know it's going to take you, say, 15 minutes to get to the movie theater. Don't leave at 5:15. Leave at 5 o'clock. Leave 15 minutes earlier. Worst case scenario, you get there early. And I found that doing that, leaving 10, 15 minutes earlier than what you need to do, it is a big stress reliever. It reduces the stress, because then you're not like, well, it's going to take me 15 minutes to drive across town. How do you only have the front doors off? Okay, whatever. Oh, it's going to take me 15 minutes to drive across town, and I'm stuck in traffic. Oh no, it's like, oh, well, it saved me 15 minutes, but I left 10 minutes early, so I'm going to get there at the time I planned. You know, maybe you want to stop for gas, whatever. You know, just, I've always found that, you know, leaving 10-15 minutes earlier than I need to be to get places made life easier for me. And on top of that, if you're riding a motorcycle and you know you're going to be riding for, you know, 3-4 hours, and you're going to have to stop for gas at least once on that ride, know how long a gas stop takes. You know, how long does it take for you to pull up to the gas station, pump a tank of gas, go to the bathroom, whatever, and factor that in for your ride. So I'm planning a trip next July to go to Texas, and I know each day that I'm riding, I'm going to have to stop like 4 or 5 times for gas. And I know it takes me about 10 minutes to stop for gas. And 10 minutes to pump a tank of gas. And, you know, go to the bathroom and do what I gotta do. So I know when I'm planning my trip, I gotta leave at a set time, add an extra hour for each fuel stop and rest stop that I'm gonna have to make. I'm trying to bump up the cruise control, and it's like, the road's too bumpy, I can't get my thumb on the button. Well, that's my pro tip for riding road tripping. I love road tripping. I love just sitting out on an adventure and be like, all right, I'm here, I'm gonna go over there, and let me experience everything in the middle. Part of live streaming, and especially live streaming like my rides like this, is just let me take you on that adventure with me, you know? Like, again, I'm doing 75 miles an hour, and I'm getting past, like, God damn. This is exit only here, so I'm going to go back over one lane. Across those dots. I hate those dots so much. Finally, we're on the downhill stretch. I think last week I got off the freeway at Craig. Get off at a different exit this week. So I was talking about this earlier, like the July ride I'm going down to Phoenix. I'm like, on one hand, I'm looking forward to that ride because that's gonna be a fun, that's gonna be a nice long ride, right? On the other hand, I'm not looking forward to that ride because it's super early in the morning, and then I have to ride back like super late at night. That ride though, if I do, no matter if I stream or not, I'm going to have my phone up on a different position just to hopefully get more airflow. What's nice, I think, is this spot gets a nice airflow, right? So if it's using the GPS, it's using the hotspot, plus it's charging, but it's got air flowing over, keeping it cool. Whose idea it was to pave this in concrete. So, the Phoenix event as well. Alright, so, I want to mention another thing with that. I've been working with somebody from Vegas Combat Robotics on a robot called Offbeat. And this robot is looking like it's going to be mean. Like, I'm scared of this robot, and I'm going to be the driver. Like, I'm afraid to fight this robot. I'm also working on a plastic ant weight, which is a 1 pound robot that's going to be entirely 3D printed, that I'm going to probably be entering and competing with, and that's going to be fun. Way up here, way to the north end of Las Vegas. There's the strip way down there. This is all part of the freeway. They actually haven't finished yet. Vader. VDER. Neato. $30 just non-stop riding. Whoa! I thought that car was going faster, and then he wasn't. And then I slammed on the front brake, and I felt the ABS kick in. Just twice today the ABS has kicked in. I was more paying attention to the car next to me, not the car in front of me. That's my fault. That's my bad. Boom. I've been slowly repacking and reorganizing everything in my thigh bag for my streaming hardware. I think I've made it good. I think I've got to pay out for it all. And so with like this part of the freeway, they haven't finished yet. It's cool to see all the construction equipment because it does get so hot. And it's because there's so much traffic. Ooh, Metro, right there. Like, lane splitting's illegal, and then there goes Metro, just like, well, I don't want to have to stop. Anyways, because it gets so hot here, and because traffic is so bad in Vegas, and they tend to do all the road work at night. My sinuses are just like... This would be an interesting... Prepare to stop when flashing. Those are flashing, and there's that red light. Pull a little more forward. There we go. My allergies been driving me nuts since, like, I've taken allergy pills and my nose is still full of snot. It's gross. It's disgusting. Like, the freeway is slowed down by a single stoplight. Once you go through that stoplight, you're back on the freeway and you can go fast again. Why traffic is so backed up on the 15 northbound. This weekend is EDC. I think it's this weekend. Yeah, it's this weekend because one of my friends on Facebook is all like, I'm going to be working at this particular bar at EDC. Blah, blah, blah. Like, oh God, I've seen the photos of EDC. It does not look like an event I would ever want to go to. It's not my flavor of event. I'm also not gonna tell people, hey, don't go. It's a trash event. You know? People do what you do. You know, you're not hurting anyone. I don't care. If you're not hurting anyone, you know, have at it. You're having fun, and everyone else is agreeing to have fun with you. But yeah, EDC does not look like a convention that I would want to go to. We're going to get off here at Decatur, and we're going to turn north on Decatur. Because there's a Best Buy up here, and I want to swing by Best Buy. What I need is tools. I need some tools for working on the robot, and I'm finally getting my promotion to being a field technician at work. So having a better set of screwdrivers and wrenches and that kind of stuff. And I think Best Buy might have the particular toolkit that I'm looking for. So we're going to go to Best Buy. And when we get to the parking lot and everything and we find a nice place to park, I'm going to end the stream there. This is a nice little 40-minute long ride. And depending on how the rest of the night goes, I may do some video game streaming when I get home. It's also been windy and my bike is covered in dust. It's green light, green means go. Kick up to third gear from here. Oh, got a good pop out of my neck right there. I ate a ton of food for lunch. Like I went to me and my friend. We went to Subway for lunch. I was like, I'm not that hungry. Like, well, but I don't really want a full foot-long sub from Subway. But I also don't want to get a 6-inch because a 6-inch is never enough. I was like, I'm not hungry enough for Subway. But we went to Subway anyways, and I got a foot-long and I ate it. And now my stomach hurts, but it's like that I'm hungry hurt. Watching that big rig as we're coming around, making sure it doesn't run me over. That Porsche looks like he was looking for my lane. Alright, turn signal's on, Beamer. You can stop and wait for me. Well, my buddy Wisteria, he was, I'm always making fun of people who drive, and giving people, talking shit about cars, because, oh, fuck them. And he's like, you're just looking for a reason to fight a car, aren't you? And I'm like, yes. Alright. Well, that's going to wrap it up here. I'm right here, Mike. Oh, that's what that was. I heard a noise. Alright, so here's what's going on with these. I have to make these brackets, these extra supports, and that one's warped. And that noise I heard was that bolt falling out because I didn't lock it in. Oh well, it is what it is.